Concentration can overcome bad habits. Habits make or break us to a far greater extent than we like to admit. Habit is both a powerful enemy and wonderful ally of concentration. We must learn to overcome habits which are injurious to concentration, and to cultivate those which increase it. Most people seldom ever think of concentrating on why they do things this or that way, or study to see if they could do them in a better way. It is important that we concentrate on our habits so you can find out which are good and which are bad for us. We will find that by making a few needed changes we can make even those that are not good for us of service. The good habits we can make much better. Habits and our will. The first thing I want everyone to realize is that all habits are governed consciously or unconsciously by our will. Most of us are forming new habits all the time. Very often, if we repeat something several times in the same way, we will have formed the habit of doing it that way. But the more often we repeat it, the stronger that habit grows and the more deeply it becomes embedded in our nature. After a habit has been in force for a long time, it becomes almost a part of us, and is therefore hard to overcome. But we can still break any habit by strong concentration on its opposite. As we grow older, most of us become more and more like automatic machines. The habits we have formed increase in strength. We work in our old characteristic way. Our associates learn to expect us to do things in a certain way. So we see that our habits make a great difference in our life, and as it is just about as easy to form good habits as it is bad, we should form only the former. No one but us is responsible for our habits. We are free to form the habits that we should, and if everyone could realize the importance of forming the right kind of habits, what a different world this would be. How much happier everyone would be. If everyone taught each other on how to improve and get rid of our bad habits and replace them with good habits, then we could all stake a claim to success instead of just a few. Habits are formed more quickly when we are young, but if we have already passed the youthful plastic period, the time to start to control our habits is right now, as we will never be any younger. Our habits either build up our strength or decrease it. An ultimate power in the storm of life. When life is stormy and all seems against us, that is when we often acquire wrong habits, and it is then that we have to make a gigantic effort to think and speak as we should, and even though we may feel the very reverse at that moment, the tiniest effort will be backed up by a tremendous power and will lift us to a realization never felt before. It is not in the easy, contented moments of our life that we make our greatest progress, for then it requires no special effort to keep in tune. But it is when we are in the midst of trials and misfortunes, when we think we are sinking, being overwhelmed, then it is important for us to realize that we are linked to a great power and that we must make every effort to tap into it to avoid everything from permanent injury, to the slightest disturbance in our well-being. So always remember, you have within you unlimited power, ready to manifest itself in the form which fills our need at the moment. If, when we have something difficult to solve, we would be silent like the child, we can get the inspiration when it comes, we will know how to act, we will find there is no need to hurry or disturb ourselves, that it is always wiser to wait for guidance from within, than to act on impulse from without.